Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, June 9th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 676 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Bilola, Australia pressure to free refugee family detained on Christmas Island. U.S. Senate passes sweeping bill to counter China tech reach. Tax details of U.S. super-rich allegedly leaked. Biden is heading to Europe for his first time as president. What's on his agenda, and what to expect? Australia says WTO should punish Chinese economic coercion. Waffle House employees work together to get co-worker to his graduation. Wisconsin pharmacist who sabotaged 500 vaccine doses was sentenced to 3 years in prison, says he feels desperately sorry and ashamed. McAuliffe win sets up Virginia clash with outsider Youngkin. Justices to decide if charge fits Minneapolis police killing. China, professor killed party official at Fudan University. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Attack in Afghanistan kills 10 from charity that clears landmines, The New York Times. Clippers vs. Jazz, game recap, June 8, 2021, ESPN. 4 Democratic incumbents, 1 Republican ousted in Virginia House primaries, The Washington Post. China's producer prices surged the most since 2008, cutting into business profits, CNBC. How Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, other billionaires avoided paying income tax, NDTV. Users say that HBO Max, which costs $15 a month, has been broken for a week, the AV Club. Cancer patient with 2% chance of survival stuns with emotional song, I'm so much more than the bad things that happen to me, Yahoo Entertainment. Shaq thanks Nikola Jokic for winning MVP, because of you, the big man is back, Bleacher Report. iOS 15 enables Siri personal request with unlock with Apple Watch feature 9 to 5 Mac. Democrats fear Biden's agenda may be squandered as they pressure key moderates to abandon Senate GOP, CNN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Rachel Maddow rips Merrick Garland for continuing to protect Trump. Jimmy Kimmel plays the second most damaging tape of Rudy Giuliani this year. Senator Lindsey Graham's new spin on Trump's COVID-19 failings is too much for folks online. Man who allegedly stormed Capitol decked out in Burberry coat arrested. Abrams' voting rights group unveils effort to mobilize millions of young voters of color. COVID-19 derailed fight against AIDS, UN says. I led the storm, Proud Boy arrested, allegedly bragged to mom about Capitol riot. Virginia will have a woman of color as lieutenant governor. Top Biden energy nominee testifies about how minorities are harmed by U.S. policy. Terry McAuliffe wins Democratic primary for Virginia governor. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. 15-year-old saves family during structure fire. Teen brings typewriters back to life. Teen killed by gunfire during street racing. Man accused of racial abuse with Uber driver. Companies experiencing labor shortages. Police looking for 12-year-old boy last seen Saturday. Autopsy, child died by blunt head trauma. Pharmacist sentenced to federal prison. Police work to determine whose remains were found in shallow grave. Woman accused of embezzling nearly $1 The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. States warn of expiring J&J shots and are told to consult FDA. Attack in Afghanistan kills 10 from charity that clears landmines. Cicadas took on Biden's press plane, they won. The real tax scandal is what's legal. Employers offer incentives for job applicants. Citarelli defeats Trump loyalists in GOP primary to take on Murphy. Wisconsin pharmacist who tampered with vaccine gets 3-year sentence. Queens man charged with murder and shooting death of 10-year-old. Times requests disclosure of court filings seeking reporters' email data and gag order. An innocent man went to prison for murder. Now, it's the real killer's turn. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Greg Abbott signs bills to update power grid after deadly winter storm. Illinois man's body found in fuel tanker while by truck, reports. More than 170 Houston hospital workers suspended over refusing vaccine. Case of mistaken identity during Harris press conference sets internet on fire. Florida man accused of dragging pedestrian with car, hiding most of body behind bait shop, troopers. Biden's breaks off infrastructure talks amid disagreements on spending. The massive law enforcement failure at the Capitol still overshadowed by politics. In Graham, BLM isn't losing sleep over rising crime while profiting off tragedy. Greg Gutfeld, mob action always starts with Twitter trends. Bipartisan caucus endorses its own proposal after infrastructure talks fizzle. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, June 9th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Beloved San Francisco's UTC.mp4, oldest male in U.S. captivity, dies at 63. Florist allegedly hid camera in flowers to spy on woman, told police he wanted to see her naked one time. Grandmother of 8 shot dead during attempted carjacking outside California executive inn. Video, UPS driver viciously attacked in middle of San Francisco street in broad daylight. Baseball report, MLB looking to enforce rules on pitchers using foreign substances. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Friends reunion director Ben Winston hits back at claims show lacked diversity. Don't lose your shirt in a crypto casino, Bitcoin crashes by half. You'll have to arrest me to stop me reopening theaters on June 21st, Andrew Lloyd Webber warns. Angel Cabrera is extradited from Brazil to Argentina to face assault, theft and intimidation charges. Tracy Cox reveals 7 reasons he doesn't want to sleep with you. American scholar who tabled the motion to cancel the Queen. Beauty queen wife of El Chapo will plead guilty to helping run empire and breaking him out of jail. Rishi Sunak may agree to 2-week Freedom Day delay. Bride reveals her father got annoyed when she refused he'd bring 3 girlfriends at her wedding. Mother, 34, reveals how she transformed her 80s kitchen into chic modern living space for 100. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Bus with migrant workers collides with van in India, 17 dead. Rights group, Colombian police caused deaths of 20 protesters. Can Biden save the West? In Mexico, YouTuber helps win husband state governorship. Beijing slams U.S. bill to curtail China's economy and military, preps anti-sanctions steps. COVID-19 Hive updates, U.S. allies on track to produce 1 billion vaccine doses for Indo-Pacific. Official, 10 Halo Trust staff killed northern Afghanistan. Mongolians voting for president amid biggest virus outbreak. Nicaraguan government launches mass arrests of presidential candidates. Meet Cooper, the largest Aussie dinosaur. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus hive. UK minister warns against making wedding plans as cases rise. Malaysia's intensive care unit beds all full. Sea snot plagues the Turkish coast, in pictures. Uganda's ID scheme excludes nearly a third from healthcare, says report. The truth about UFOs is out there, and US students are trying to find it. Idaho candidate for governor endorsed by right-wing militia leader, video reveals. Cursed and compromised, but Euro 2020's irresistible circus rolls on Barney Ronay. The Great Mistake by Jonathan Lee review, The Man Who Shaped New York. It was sink or turn yourself in, behind the dangerous 10,000-mile ocean pursuit. Barcelona street sellers take on Nike with own-brand trainers. What are friends for? Not self-advancement, that's for sure. Arwimadori. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Man charged with impersonating Trump to defraud hundreds. Many of the uber-rich pay next to no income tax, ProPublica. Biden-Capito infrastructure negotiations have ended. Fauci warns COVID-19 variant first detected in India still a threat to U.S. Slew of major websites hit by widespread outage. Colonial Pipeline CEO faces grilling about ransomware attack. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Israel says Hamas used tower to jam Iron Dome. Nicaragua arrests two more possible challengers to Daniel Ortega. South Korean mayor sorry for falling for vaccine scam. Kamala Harris under pressure to visit US Mexico border. The Brazilian doctor offering fake COVID drugs for social media likes. The US socialite who gave it all up to become a Carmelite nun. Italy's plummeting birth rate worsened by pandemic. Young Thai workers race to reopen deserted beaches. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Daily cases in India drop below 100k. CDC gives okay for vaccinated Americans to visit neighboring countries, live COVID-19 updates. Telegraph fire, the 9th largest in Arizona history, reaches 76,260 acres, Mescal fire 23% contained. My baby's gone, 3 girls killed, 1 badly injured in Southern California hit and run, authorities say. Vigil at mosque honors victims of Ontario attack. Today in history for June 9th. This is not how I see nor portray our city. Asian food truck in Utah damaged with racist graffiti. Investigation ongoing. Prescription drug prices increased twice the inflation rate of U.S. economy in 2020, AARP report finds. Vice President Harris argues root cause is more important than visit to US-Mexico border. New infections drop below 15,000 for first time since March 2020. Vaccinated Americans get more travel freedom. Latest COVID-19 updates. Senate passes bill to boost U.S. tech industry. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Nun who ran Torrance Catholic School will plead guilty to stealing funds that financed gambling habit. After a bitter fight, Southern California's water kingpin has a new leader. Photos, L.A. County Sheriff deputies visit Venice Boardwalk. L.A. County Sheriff's deputy charged with assault, evidence tampering. Evacuation orders and warnings lifted in 850-acre Yuba County fire. Hit and run crash in Lucerne Valley kills 3 girls, critically injures another. COVID-19 vaccination site opens at Union Station as state hurdles toward reopening. Police Commission to consider new alcohol rules for armed off-duty officers. Sex offender released by LA County judge is charged with sexually abusing 2 boys. In state's final weekly COVID-19 assessment, more than half of Californians living in yellow tier. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, June 9th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. China students hold principal hostage in rare protest. UN warns of mass deaths in Myanmar after 100,000 flee fighting. Some Apple suppliers in China are reportedly saying they won't hire minorities like Uyghur Muslims in job postings. Twitter has blocked 4 accounts in India, including one belonging to Canadian Punjabi singer Jazzy B, who has frequently tweeted in support of farmers protesting the government's agriculture laws. Man suspected of killing Canadian Muslim family was motivated by hate. Police. Apple uses more suppliers from China than Taiwan for first time, data shows. 1Password allowed hackers to disrupt Colonial Pipeline. Uncovered atrocity. Australian Special Forces committed in Afghanistan. More farmers were killed to cover the tracks of Special Forces after an accidental shooting, alleges new witness. FBI secretly ran phone encryption program used by organized crime. Global sting yields 800 arrests. Syrian defenses intercept Israeli missile strike over Damascus. State media. 1 in 3 Brits preferring isolation to seeing friends and family, YouGov survey finds. Satellite photos show rapid construction at military base where U.S. has serious concerns about China's presence. China warns State Department to stop all forms of official outreach to Taiwan. Alexei Navalny, via his daughter, dedicates award to political prisoners in Belarus, Russia. Taiwan seizes imported U.S. beef shipment for excess ractopamine. Tests showed the beef had twice the maximum permissible level. The next headlines are from Forbes. Japan reportedly may allow domestic spectators to attend the Olympics. Caroline Seager poised to become most capped European player of all time. Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid disappointed with second-place MVP finish but focused on winning NBA title. China's power problems driving boom-time prices for aluminum. What Carolina Hurricanes need to do to join NHL's elite. Malaysian tycoon Chen Lip Kuang's Naga Corp to raise $200 million as COVID-19 hits earnings. WWE NXT results, winners, news and notes on June 8, 2021. Taylor Swift beats Elvis for the 3rd most weeks at number 1 in the history of the album's chart. 2022 Ford Maverick is a right-sized pickup for $21,490. U.S. Mexico soccer match scores ratings victory in U.S. over virtually all other sports last week. The next headlines are from Nature.com. China is vaccinating a staggering 20 million people a day. Landmark Alzheimer's drug approval confounds research community. Poor harvest, farmers earn a pitiful fraction of the money spent on food. Scientists, be political in the good times, not just the bad. Diagnostic genomic laboratories should share their data. A gray whale makes an epic swim into the record books. From the archive. Indigenous lands, make Brazil stop mining to secure U.S. deal. The replication crisis won't be solved with broad brushstrokes. Climate policy models need to get real about people, here's how. The World Population Update. Currently, We are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,710,580,980 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Canada's House of Cool links with France's Team 2 to answer needs of a thriving animation industry exclusive. TNT, ESPN lead 2021 Sports Emmys, Ernie Johnson, Joe Buck, Michelle Tafoya among personality winners. Lodosis Review, slow burn thriller imagines war between angels of death in an intensive care unit. KCET once again leads local TV stations for 2021 Los Angeles area Emmy nominations. Music business headhunter Tom Truitt is looking for the smartest people in the room. Hoplite Entertainment CEO to plead guilty to $2 million fraud. Niggas Culture 3 to feature Drake, Pop Smoke, Juice WRLD and more. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys members debut new collab, talk past rivalries and mutual respect. Robert De Niro, Jane Rosenthal on reinventing the Tribeca Festival as New York re-emerges from COVID. California lawmakers offer $180 million boost to Hollywood. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. The highly contagious Delta variant is on the rise in the U.S. The Senate passes a bill to encourage tech competition, especially with China. U.S. lowers the travel risk rating for Japan, where COVID still shadows the Olympics. A pharmacist who deliberately ruined COVID vaccine doses is going to prison. Former Virginia Governor McAuliffe is one step closer to winning back his old job. Arlington House, the Robert E. Lee Memorial, reckons with its history of slavery. Biden ends infrastructure talks with Senate GOP group, saying its plan fell short. Why millions of doses, from Biden, and $1 billion from MasterCard, aren't enough. A U.S.-funded study of whales hearing is going ahead despite concerns for the whales. Justice Department says it will now require federal officers to wear body cameras. The following headlines are from The Week. The federal marijuana ban is contributing to climate change. Woman finds a one-of-a-kind way to share her famous fudge recipe. Biden's new bipartisan Senate infrastructure negotiation partners sound cautiously optimistic about a deal. New book claims Trump thought Democrats would replace Biden with Michelle Obama. Terry McAuliffe wins Virginia's Democratic gubernatorial primary. Senate passes sweeping bill to boost U.S. tech industry. It's looking less likely the U.S. will hit Biden's July 4th vaccine goal. Harris, U.S. and allies need to give migrants a sense of hope that help is on the way. Biden-Capito infrastructure negotiations have officially broken down. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. When your birth is a state secret. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. We need more authentic storytelling in science. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Whether they're stellar mass or supermassive, black holes behave pretty much the same way. The universe is constantly bathing you in radiation. Incredibly, this could be used for medical diagnosis. Astronomers confirm the existence of magnetic waves in the sun's photosphere. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, June 9th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. NASA and UFOs, space agency to take closer look. Milky Way Center, threads of hot gas and magnetic fields. All you need to know, June solstice 2021. What is Earth's ring of fire? Happy World Oceans Day 2021. The next news is from Politico. Europe's moral dilemma: vaccinate its kids or donate the doses. Where Europe and the US don't see eye to eye. George Floyd's murder transformed America. Virginia primary election results. New Jersey primary election results. Major outage strikes the internet. Macron slapped in face on high school visit. Butcher of Bosnia loses appeal on genocide conviction. Déjà vu all over again as Biden comes to Europe. You're already changing the world, Biden gives surprise speech at Parkland graduation. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. ASIC warns Australia's disclosure law changes out of step with US, UK. Checks and balances needed for new police surveillance powers. Buckley's standing as Pies legend undiminished but fans angry with Ford. State of Origin 2021 live updates, NSW Blues take on Queensland Maroons in game I at Townsville. What the new coronavirus rules mean for Victorians. End vaccine frustration and let pharmacies join the rollout, Pharmacy Guild. Liberal MPs privately pushing for Bilola family to move to Perth. The $30 billion capital gap, private schools dominate renovation spending. Race by race preview and tips for Gosford on Thursday. Three's a charm for promising Mayor Eustace Philly. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Crypto: El Salvador becomes first nation to approve Bitcoin as legal tender. The ECB decision is coming, here's what analysts expect. The moneyest: my sister took care of our parents, and kept their $80K savings when they died. Now she wants to live rent-free in their house. What's worth streaming? Here's everything new coming to Netflix in June 2021, and what's leaving. Economic report: take this job and shove it, American workers quit at record levels. IPO report: Marquita prices IPO at $27, valuing company around $15 billion. The Wall Street Journal: Senate Republicans block gender wage gap bill. The tech stocks that soared during pandemic are far from played out, says $9.5 billion fund manager. Buy this, not that. 8 sunscreens dermatologists and skincare pros say you should try. Capitol report: Senate passes bill that targets China and chips in 68-32 vote. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Grace periods in Australian patent law, Lexology. Will the real inventors please stand up? Intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Amrita Center gets 7 new medical patents, the new Indian Express. Patent on barley and beer upheld, EUBusiness.com. EU News, Business and Politics, EU Business. Telemedicine companies can use patent law as a strategic advantage, JD Supra. Innovation exceeds FY 2021 goal, new strategy shared with Bauer University of Hawaii, see System News, System Current News. Federal Circuit Update, May 2021, Gibson Dunn. Schools out opinion, Burnett County Sentinel. NSWCPD's Intellectual Property Program fosters and protects Navy innovation, DVIDS. Becton Dickinson sues Danaher for cell analyzer patent damages, Bloomberg Law. The next headlines are from Quartz. After economic sanctions crippled Mali, the O and EU are trying a new tack. India's slow-moving vaccination program is also riddled with regional disparities. Tesla's rebounding China sales aren't proof its PR crisis is over. India's Covaxin has more than one reason to be on the WHO vaccine list. 2 American retailers are giving some of India's largest legacy businesses a run for their money. Apple has recorded its best ever quarterly sales of laptops and tablets in India. Return to splendor. Poor countries will have to wait for COVID-19 vaccine leftovers until 2023. The new Alzheimer's drug is about $50,000 too expensive. The Apple employees' complaint letter is also a roadmap for reopening offices. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. 3 years after an officer killed a suicidal teen, law enforcement releases report that raises more questions. Why the Ninth Circuit's decision in Lemon v. Snap is wrong on Section 230 and bad for online speech. Chief Publishing Lobbyist Maria Pallant claims copyright is under assault at annual meeting. Ohio files bizarre and nonsensical lawsuit against Google, claiming it's a common carrier, but what does that even mean? Conservatives want common carriage, they're not going to like it. Daily Deal, the all-in-one 2021 supersized ethical hacking bundle. CNET amplifies FCC's CAR's attempt to force big tech to pay big telecom for no reason. Facebook says Trump's indefinite suspension is now 2 years off the platform, and it'll see if he'll behave. FBI ignores internal guidelines to target readers of reporting on the shooting of FBI agents, updated. European Commission betrays internet users by cravenly introducing huge loophole for copyright companies in upload filter guidance. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Avalanche. Shirley Temple. Utah Jazz. Sixers. NBA MVP. Trisha Paytas. Chivalry 2. Ecuador vs. Peru. Anthony Bourdain. Ratchet and Clank, rift apart. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Under-resourced and under-supported, tens of thousands of New Zealand nurses go on strike for better pay, safer work, videos. World Bank projects sustainable post-COVID economic recovery in Russia. Woke McCarthyism a right decision? Telegraph sacks columnist after her racist joke about Harry and Meghan's baby sparked furor. Beauties behind bars, Russia's penitentiary service holds Miss Penal System contest as 12 women battle to be prison princess. Texas becomes latest state to ban COVID vaccine passports after Governor Abbott signs bill. It's an honor, I voted for you, mystery woman fawns over Kamala Harris at Mexico presser, as news org disavows her as reporter. IRS and White House claim alarm over leak that billionaires don't pay their fair share, which backs Biden's tax hike agenda. Pentagon says U.S. exit from Afghanistan halfway done, but won't give specifics on progress going forward. Criticism is futile, keeping the cash cow of celebrity boxing matches moving was all that mattered when Mayweather football. Who are they to dictate good and evil? Trump praises Nigeria for banning Twitter, regrets not doing so himself while president. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. More European firms entering in China than offshoring, complicates Biden's decoupling plan. Norwegian health chief scolded for saying COVID-19 pandemic nearly over. Biden belatedly invites Ukraine's president for White House visit, after Putin summit. Denmark cracks down on mass migration. Why a judge has Georgia vote fraud on his mind, pristine Biden ballots that looked Xeroxed. National exotic dancer shortage forces New Orleans strip club to offer signing bonuses. What is the FBI hiding about the D.C. pipe bomb suspect? Joints for jabs, Washington state bribes residents to get COVID vaccine with marijuana. Texas bans businesses from requiring vaccine passports. WHO chief scientist served legal notice in India for allegedly suppressing data on drug to treat COVID-19. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. U.S. Senate votes for bill to help compete with China. Czech Republic crowned Euro 2020 winners in simulated reality. History, uploaded, crowdsourcing a South Asian archive of memory. Syria says Israeli air attacks targeted Damascus. Unsatisfied Brazil football team rules out Copa America boycott. Bangladesh trafficking gang lured girls using TikTok, police. Cryptocurrency exchanges explore ways to enter India. How world's top vaccine maker stumbled in its COVID dose drive. Dare to play. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Cotton, make China pay for COVID now by revoking visas, most favored nation status. Jack Ciattarelli wins Republican primary for New Jersey governor. Bipartisan Senate report on January 6 finds failures of security, planning, response. CNN's Lemon, believing in birtherism national progression into believing Trump won. Chicago police investigating girls twerking on cop cars 55 shot last weekend. Glenn Youngkin targets Terry McAuliffe in Virginia governor's race ads. Foo Fighters will play for up to 20,000 vaccinated concertgoers at Madison Square Garden. Virginia Democrats bring back ex-Gov. Terry McAuliffe as candidate for governor. Watch, ACLU attorney, absolutely fair for trans women to compete with girls. Carey Mulligan, Zoe Kazan to play Knit reporters who broke Harvey Weinstein's story. The next headlines are from UPI News. $500,000 lottery ticket left unscratched in winner's car for a week. Watch, Ontario police officer rescues skunk from McFlurry cup. Watch, Brazilian sculptor creates cardboard motorcycle replicas. South African woman gives birth to decaplets. Watch, Wisconsin firefighters rescue deer from river lock. Watch, missing Oklahoma dog reunited with owner after over a year. 2-foot exotic snake found in drain at England workshop. Watch, fitness coach holds static wall sit position for 2 minutes, 8.24 seconds. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. See rare sunrise spectacular as solar eclipse hits parts of US and Canada this week. 5 experiments proving invertebrates are much more aware than we think. To respond to rising sea levels, the Maldives is building a floating city. 150 brands unite to clean up our paper supply, saving global forests and improving recycling. Download free coloring books from 100 museums, libraries, and iconic collections. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, June 9th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Could brain training help address police brutality? Explosive gender reveal party ignites wildfire near Fort McMurray. Emu on the run captured at Prince George Airport, but manages another leap to freedom. Dog ejected from car during Sunday crash found on sheep farm, herding sheep. Argument over TV remote ends with man stabbed with sword, Titusville police say. Pelicans befriend Cuban man living by the sea. Las Vegas woman crushes 3 watermelons lawns in 7.1/2 seconds for world record. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Moving from the US to Europe changed my travel habits for the better. Vivaldi's launching an email client, RSS reader, and translation tool. Kraken and Bitfinex are reportedly exploring ways to enter India. Trump, I should have banned Facebook, but Zuckerberg kept calling me. What happens to Bitcoin when billionaires build cryptocurrency miners on the moon? Sony's WF-1000X-mp4 be the best noise-canceling earbuds yet. Here's why almost all of the internet went down on Tuesday. This 17-course mega pack can help you run Microsoft 365, Windows, and Azure like a pro. iBrave offers loads of web hosting features and protection for life for under $100. Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart looks like a Pixar movie and plays like a charm. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Keeping a closer eye on seabirds with drones and artificial intelligence. Peace accord in Colombia has increased deforestation of biologically diverse rainforest. Taking short breaks may help our brains learn new skills. A call for global oversight of unproven stem cell therapies. Surfing particles, physicists solve a mystery surrounding aurora borealis. Cosmic cartographers map nearby universe revealing the diversity of star-forming galaxies. Absorbent aerogel shows some muscle. Discovery of circadian rhythm gene in mice could lead to breakthroughs. Microgel coating gives donor cells a boost in reversing pulmonary fibrosis. Monarchs raised in captivity can orient themselves for migration. The next headlines are from Information Week. IT leadership, 10 ways to unleash enterprise innovation. Seeking an oasis in a data desert. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, June 9th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA Administrator Statement on U.S. Innovation and Competitiveness Act. NASA selects postdoctoral program research support contractor. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Donovan Mitchell's offense, Rudy Gobert's late block power Utah Jazz to 112-109 Game 1 win over Clippers. The triple team, Jazz force relatively quiet games from Paul George, Kawhi Leonard on way to beating Clippers. Utah Jazz shoot poorly versus Clippers early, but keep right on shooting their way to Game 1 win. Utah Jazz LA Clippers buzz, Rudy Gobert finishes it, Quinn Snyder gives Donovan Mitchell a pep talk, Paul George struggles. Movie buff chains himself to Utah Theater in last-ditch bid to save it from demolition. East Canyon wildfire has grown to about 500 acres, fire marshal says. Tattoo studio partners with local animal organization in fundraiser. Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic becomes lowest draft pick ever to win MVP award. USMNT wants to use Costa Rica friendly at Rio Tinto Stadium as part of a catapult into World Cup qualifying. Utah's Mike Lee, Mitt Romney split over tech investment to take on China. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. El Salvador becomes first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender after passing law. Carbon dioxide reaches highest level in 4 million years. Ultra-high-density HDDs made with graphene store 10 times more data. Apple brings back magnifying glass for selecting text in iOS 15. Ohio files lawsuit to declare Google a public utility. McDonald's starts testing automated drive-thru ordering. KDE Plasma 5.2 to released. Ransomware struck another pipeline firm, and 70 gigabytes of data leaked. US PC shipments soar 73% in the first quarter as Apple falls from top spot. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Homeowners near blown-out retaining wall in Arnold see plummeting property values. Kirkwood Church refuses to back down after BLM sign vandalized again. Delivery driver attacked by dogs, flown to hospital with serious injuries. Missouri AG files lawsuit against local day spa over trafficking allegations. Body of missing Illinois man found inside gas tanker. Parent group pushes SLPS for improvements. Fluorescent woman says her husband has been awaiting trial for over a year without a single court appearance. Young man killed at Pearl Harbor finally laid to rest with family at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery. Governor prepared to make budget cuts if lawmakers don't renew tax for Medicaid. Cincinnati Red Star goes on expletive-laced St. Louis Cardinals tirade. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. BLM protester recalls controversial arrest. City Heights community event honors fallen SDPD detectives. Museums prepare for county's move into yellow tier. County supervisors approve plan to spend $650 million in federal coronavirus aid. Mystery boom, shaking reported across San Diego County. Lawsuit alleges sexual abuse by former Diocese of San Diego priest. County reports first COVID-associated death of fully vaccinated person. Senate report reveals security breakdowns during Capitol attack. I'm sorry I had to do it like this. Mom arrested after California boy found dead near Las Vegas area trail. U.S. nixes do not travel warning for Mexico, but still advises caution. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Florist accused of hiding camera in floral arrangement to spy on woman, local news aide. Man charged with video voyeurism after hidden camera found in church bathroom. Woman says she found spy camera hidden inside USB charger in restaurant bathroom. Bathroom hidden camera earns North Huntington man jail term. The secret Israeli cyber firm selling spy tech to Saudi Arabia. Secretive Israeli cyber firm selling spy tech to Saudi Arabia. Global crackdown on organized crime after high-tech U.S., Australia sting. Senate passes bill to provide payments to Havana syndrome victims. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. military successfully test low-cost reusable drone interceptor system. U.S. F-35s join Israeli, Italian, and UK partners for Falcon Strike 21 exercise. U.S. Air Force evaluates electric aircraft for medevac missions. British military awards contract to Elbit Systems for ZACT night vision goggles. Polish MiG-29 accidentally shoots on another fighter jet. IAI, Tomar partner to develop innovative missiles rocket engines. U.S. Army researchers help to end reliance on a single source for military-grade carbon. U.S. Army awards hybrid contract to Maven to support special forces. Airbus wins $119 deal to support U.S. Army A-72 helicopter. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. The Zhonghequing Wars and colonization in Central Asia. Chinese vaccine diplomacy pays off with strengthened Southeast Asia ties. Sleepless in Chengdu. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, June 9, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. San Jose leaders propose new rules to curb gun violence. Napa firefighter raises money for family of slain Southern California firefighter. Woman says she was robbed by San Francisco Lyft driver. Health experts push vaccine effort to protect against Delta COVID-19 variant. 7 more CA counties move to yellow tier. Video shows CHP officers save baby choking on cherry. Kaiser begins COVID-19 vaccine trial for children ages 5 to 11. Man climbs into vineyard fan in Sonoma County, gets stuck for 2 days, sheriffs. Contra Costa County buzzing with bear sightings. Morena party sweeps major elections in Baja California. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Pirates haze misses 1B on Homer, Dodgers beat Bucks 5-3. Tauchman slam, crawl for 2 hours as Giants beat Rangers 9-4. Sanchez homers, Yankees snap skid with 8-4 win over Twins. U.S. defender Mark McKenzie targeted with online racial abuse. Asian shares mixed as China reports jump in inflation. Geneva Swedish days to be shorter and feature new activities, more locations. Buffalo Grove gives pride flag a home at Rotary Village Green. How employers can turn the tide of COVID-19 vaccinations. Kenilworth man charged with taking part in Capitol breach. Former lawmaker from West Chicago seeks back pay. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle City Council approves new tenant protections bills, urges extension of eviction moratorium. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Azerbaijan, Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Libya, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Kenya. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, June 9th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. Why the China-Russia relationship should worry you, Part 1. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Man wanted for murder in Corpus Christi accused of kidnapping ex and her 1-year-old daughter. 5-year-old Samuel Olson died by blunt head trauma, autopsy rules. Houston CEO at center of $134M fraud case victim of armed home invasion. Man shot and killed by group of men who opened fire in Southwest Houston. Customers left with no ride as Metro Lift contractor is hurting for drivers. Houston is in the South, according to this map floating around on Twitter. Houston Astros giving fans who get vaccinated 2 free tickets to game. San Jose mother arrested after 7-year-old son found dead along Las Vegas hiking trail, FBI says. California man trapped in winery equipment for 2 days rescued by sheriff's deputies. Missing 11-year-old boy with Asperger syndrome found. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Gucci digitally outfits Gen Z in metaverse foray with Roblox. The latest, Pakistan administers 10 doses as cases decline. Vasilevsky yields little as Lightning advance in playoffs. On the road again, Roman Grosjean thriving in IndyCar. Officiating takes center stage midway through NHL playoffs. In Lebanon, a search for medicine and a stranger's help. Softball coaches, NCAA can do better with gender equality. This is insane, Africa desperately short of COVID vaccine. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. 14 arrested after protesters block ICE from leaving New Jersey jail. Extra, I think you should leave is coming back. Inside the new halls of gems and minerals at the AMNH. MTA bus that crashed into Brooklyn townhouse is still stuck. How New York City's $25 million City Artist Corps Grants program will work. Widespread hunger persists even as New York's economy recovers. Undecided in New York City's mayoral race, here's a guide to help. Foo Fighters will play first full-capacity show at Madison Square Garden since start of pandemic. MTA shakeup, Pat Foy departs, Sarah Feinberg and Jano Lieber tap to co-lead agency. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. The 21st Century Nuclear Arms Race. Education cannot wait. Investments transform children's lives in Somalia. Step up HIV fight to end AIDS epidemic of inequalities by 2030. UN court upholds Ratko Mladi convictions and life sentence. Antonio Guterres nominated by Security Council for second term as UN chief. UNICEF and celebrities appeal to G7 countries, donate COVID vaccinations now. End war on nature and ensure ocean health, UN chief says in message for World Oceans Day. Chilliest spring in years is cold comfort as CO2 emissions rise, WMO. Time to end generational injustice with a global Blue New Deal to protect oceans. G7 Summit, time to put women front and center of the global economic recovery. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Tiny animal revived after 24,000 years entombed in Siberian permafrost. Chinese government scientist filed COVID vaccine patent before pandemic began. How did FBI get private key to Bitcoin wallet used by pipeline hackers? Crackdown on academic freedom, prof under attack for asking students to think independently. White House admits Central Intelligence Agency involvement in war on corruption which. Hundreds arrested in global organized crime sting using FBI-developed messaging app. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Woman accused of poisoning friend with eye drops. Deputies who killed man had body cams, couldn't use them. Martha White dies, sparked 1953 Louisiana Capitol bus boycott. About that rumor the Queen abducted Indigenous children in Kamloops, Canada. Review, cheated details a shameful chapter in baseball. Disney World's Tower of Terror malfunctions, lights go on. And Bullen, in defense of historical inaccuracy. UFOs, how to calculate the odds that an alien spaceship has been spotted. In photos, Florida family turns Kia Soul into Ghostbusters ectomobile. Did Guatemalan residents greet Harris with signs reading Trump won? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. See check on the radio. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Stephen Colbert torches Senate's January 6th report for omitting Trump. NYPD arrests suspect in murder of 10-year-old Queens boy. Bachelor stars want answers on Chris Harrison's exit and big payout. What does he know? Man out on bond kills teen, sexually assaults 2 women, and takes hostages in under 48 hours, prosecutors. That's so mean, Geraldo blasts colleague for saying Kamala only chosen for gender and skin color. The IRS is powerless to fight the Warren Buffetts of the world. Meghan Markle's children's book, The Bench, is also her message to the world. Shy 3rd grader is told entire family is dead after Canadian hate crime attack. The most damning parts of the Senate's Capitol riot report. FBI nabs mom of murdered little Zion at Denver hotel. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Yankees Gary Sanchez showing grit and starting to hit. Aaron Boone not thinking about moving DJ LeMahieu out of number 1 hole. California nun to plead guilty for stealing over $800K to help pay for gambling trips. Matt Harvey has shot at redemption against Mets. The outrage of tax leaks. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. NASA just rejected missions to Jupiter's and Neptune's moons. Here's what they would have done. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. NASA's Jupiter probe beams back first pictures of Ganymede. Flash flood swamp South SE threat persists. FDA approves new drug to fight obesity. Mega drought in West means threat of extreme fire season. Animal survives after 24,000 years frozen in Siberian permafrost. One of the world's largest dinosaur species discovered in Australia. Mega drought depletes system that provides water to 40 million. How to watch this week's rare Ring of Fire solar eclipse. Western drought the worst we have ever seen, says CBS News' Jeff Berardelli. COVID vaccines lag in southern states as Biden's July 4th deadline looms. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Nun pleads guilty to stealing $800,000 from school to gamble in Las Vegas. Ireland national team booed for taking a knee before soccer match with Hungary. New study shows New Zealand indigenous people reached Antarctica at least 1,000 years before the first known Europeans. Houston Methodist Hospital workers who refuse to get COVID-19 vaccine facing termination. Billionaires Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Michael Bloomberg sometimes paid no federal taxes, report. Bomb threat leads to lockdown at Hawaii Naval Base. Dems reach deals on parole violation reform and amend measure to seal criminal records. Queen's Counsel candidate targeted in sexist tweet. NYC has federal ATF help in effort to stem rising gun violence. Cincinnati sisters drove around shooting homeless people with BB gun, police say. The following headlines are from military.com. Military wants to use rockets to deliver cargo anywhere in the world in less than an hour. Marine Corps identifies recruit who died during Crucible event at boot camp. Bosnian Serb commander Ratko Mladic loses genocide appeal. Confusion, miscommunication delayed guard response to Capitol riot, Senate report finds. Camp Lejeune offers Marines a 4-day weekend pass to get vaccinated. Retired 2-star reduced to second lieutenant after sexual battery conviction. Another official resigns over censored Memorial Day speech. The Army isn't getting rid of its M4s and saws anytime soon, General says. Vice President's plane malfunction casts light on Air Force C-32 woes. Deported veteran sues to get naturalization interview in U.S. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Truck carrying 14,000 chickens breaks down on I-90. Mechanics, Addison Fire Department shows some pluck trying to save as many as they can in the heat. Brother of Chicago rapper Lil Durk killed in Harvey shooting, police officer wounded. Chicken stranded. Despite teachers' strike, Chicago's urban prep keeps doors open for students' final exams. CTU blasts charter school management and CEO pay. Turning off just half the lights at McCormick Place could reduce the mortality rate of migratory birds by 60%, study shows. Lawmakers headed back to Springfield for votes on an elected Chicago school board and an energy package that includes bailout for nuclear plants. I was shocked. $50,000 each goes to 10 Chicagoans who are making a difference in their communities. Corrections and clarifications. The spin, Valencia versus Lightfoot. Senate, House returning to Springfield to take up controversial legislation on energy. Elected school board in Chicago. Durbin says bipartisan negotiations on Biden infrastructure plan petering out. North Shore man arrested on federal charges stemming from U.S. Capitol breach. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Pandemic shakes up rankings of world's most livable cities. Havana Zoo introduces Yannick, a rare white tiger, Cuba's first. Library of Congress gets health workers audio COVID diaries. Spacecraft buzzes Jupiter's megamoon, first close-up in years. Scientists discover new exoplanet with an atmosphere ripe for study. The buck stops where? Research records longest ever deer distance. How different beliefs and attitudes affect college students' career aspirations. Serenading Lusitanian toadfish drowned out by water traffic. Control over water friction with 2D materials points to smart membranes. Radicalized and believing in conspiracies, can the cycle be broken? Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, June 9th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. This is insane, Africa desperately short of COVID vaccine. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Dear Abby, should I be worried about his new bedroom requests? CCS basketball playoffs, Tuesday's results, semifinals matchups. Chris Bassett, the glue of the A's clubhouse, shows personal growth in bounce-back win. SF Giants win as Brandon Crawford sets franchise record, flashed 2 home runs and MVP-like performance. CCS softball playoffs, Tuesday's results, semifinal schedule. Can these measures stop the rise in wrong-way crashes? Roadshow. Pokemon Go analysis, breaking down June events and season of discovery changes. Admit to charge more for water, but won't force customers to use less. Gilroy, man killed in shooting early Tuesday. Death row inmate, San Quentin engaged in lengthy legal battle over art magazines with nudity. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Susan Collins calls on Biden to grill Putin on Havana syndrome origins. Jack Cidarelli staves off Trump devotees in New Jersey gubernatorial primary. Maria Fernanda Lopez of Univision tells Kamala Harris I voted for you. Alyssa Milano eyes bid to unseat Rep. Tom McClintock, California Republican. Terry McAuliffe wins Democratic nomination for Virginia governor in bid for second term. Pennsylvania House votes to end Governor Tom Wolf's COVID disaster declaration. Senate authorizes $250 billion in tech spending to counter China. Hunter Biden used N-word with lawyer, had racist Obama meme on laptop, reports. Lack of air conditioning sends Baltimore students home. Morgan Freeman, professor donate $1 million for police training center. The next headlines are from The Intercept. This June, we're asking readers to become members. Here's why. House Democrats want answers about U.S. role in disgraced Brazil corruption probe. Republican senators lack confidence Manchin's loyalty to the filibuster will hold. Low-flying DHS helicopter showers anti-pipeline protests with debris. $800,000 of mystery money shape the Virginia AG race in the final weeks. Trump's Department of Justice was wrong to seize my phone records. U.S. anti-corruption drive faces bleak prospects in Central America. Chicken farming is the 21st century's sharecropping. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, June 9th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Investigators examine brain tests of patients with COVID-19. New analysis examines survival of older patients who undergo heart transplantation. Birth weight is associated with osteoporosis risk later in life. How should counselors broach topics of race, ethnicity, and culture? A new bacteria, made in Belgium, and UC Louvain. Speech droplets drive transmission of SARS-CoV-2. Mother's mental health may affect twins and singletons' touch and movement during pregnancy. Oncotarget, anti-hormonal treatment eligibility in granulosa cell tumors of the ovary. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man barricades himself inside home after seen shooting 2 men in Gresham, SWAT responding. Man arrested in West Pullman after firing shots at CTA bus. Zach Davis, Cubs offense have big night in 7-1 win over the Padres. Horoscope for Wednesday, June 9th, 2021. 2 seriously hurt in Princeton Park shooting. White Sox muscle up late, pull away from Jays for 6-1 victory. 3 wounded in Englewood drive-by shooting. 2 key observations from Cubs West Coast trip. Police conducting death investigation after burn body found in South Deering. Coronavirus positivity metric drops to record low, again, as state edges ever closer to full reopening. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, June 9, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. A trio of Texas authors take on the many myths of the Alamo. The Real Deal, Charlie Crockett returns to Houston. Brunch, beef and bourbon, where to dine out in Houston this Father's Day. The 2021 Houston Texans, the NFL's most precipitous fall since the 2013 Houston Texans. Fourth Wall Theater Company announces a 2021 to 2022 season filled with premieres. Anti-vax Houston Methodist employees walk out over hospital's COVID vaccine mandate. The next headlines are about world records making news. Brit ultra runners smash world record by covering 330 miles in just 3 days, The Mirror. Metro Detroit Baking Club sets out to break world record, WXYZ. South African woman claims she gave birth to 10 babies at once, breaking world record, NDTV. Wandering whale found 12,000 miles from home in world record migration, The Telegraph. Hong Kong parking space sells for world record $1.3 million, Big News Network. Man sets new push-up world record, including a stop in Colorado Springs, with 1,500,231 push-ups, KKTV 11 News. Tim routine trying to break Guinness World Record by knitting, RNZ. GRRRL Clothing celebrates opening with a world record, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Lettuce and Budget breaks 2-day-old world record in 10,000 m home of the Olympic Channel. Las Vegas woman crushes male watermelon crushing world record with her thighs, too fab. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Facebook and Instagram are rolling out more financial incentives for influencers. Tom Hiddleston caught up his Loki co-stars with on-set Loki lectures. Patrick Stumps Spidey and his Amazing Friends theme is a web-slinging bop. Lake Mead's water supply has dropped to the lowest level since the Hoover Dam was built. As a green bubble, I appreciate Apple's FaceTime Olive Branch. Samsung overhauls the SmartThings app even though it's killing the SmartThings hub. Dungeons & Dragons returns to Magic, the Gathering with a new source book for Magic School. Watermelons on Mars TKTK, do not publish. Here's what's in the Senate's massive bill funding the tech war with China. Watch 6 glorious minutes of Tig Notaro getting digitally added to Army of the Dead. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nikandi in Pakistan at 119.12 degrees Fahrenheit or 48.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nico in Antarctica at minus 102.1 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 74.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. A disgraceful decision, researchers blast FDA for approving Alzheimer's drug. Spurred by Clarence Thomas, Ohio AG wants Google declared a public utility. Fastlight broke the internet for an hour this morning. Pick up a recommended pair of Anker noise-canceling headphones for $60. Barrett features, there's more to macOS Monterey than the keynote let on. Apple TV's summer preview includes tantalizing glimpses of Foundation series. Branson may make a last-ditch effort to beat Bezos into space. FBI sold phones to organized crime and read 27 million encrypted messages. Google's revamped Wear OS sounds like a clean break from the old version. Amazon and Walmart try, again, to upend prescription drug prices. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Brian Williams, it's not body shaming to say Trump's pants can accommodate a family of 4. Joe Manchin says he backs the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Here's how it's different from the bill he opposes. Mo Brooks says Swalwell should be a man and serve him, not his wife, after he spent months running from subpoena. Rachel Maddow lectures Merrick Garland on bad decision to defend Trump. He must clean up Barr's mess. CNN's Chris Cuomo compares McConnell's rejection of John Lewis Act to segregationist senator interview from 1957. We're in critical danger, terrorism expert Malcolm Nance says it's gotten even worse since January 6. MSNBC host hilariously mocks Newsmax for desperately trying to escape association with Matt Gaetz. Fallen cops Trump-loving partner ready to go to war with Mitch McConnell and Republicans for protecting Trump. Massachusetts GOP in civil war over whether to keep their popular governor, for disloyalty to Trump. Kamala Harris is only vice president based on gender and skin color, Fox News contributor. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Activists are protesting a pipeline. A DHS helicopter blasted them with debris. Huge land purchase could be nail in the coffin for Alaska's Pebble Mine. Abby Lowell is the go-to lawyer for embattled politicians. Now he faces a controversy of his own. Manchin says voting rights are fundamental as he torpedoes the plan to protect them. Why Donald Trump doesn't need Facebook. The sights were unimaginable. The Senate releases a sobering report on the January 6 insurrection. New York's immigrant bicycle couriers are banding together to demand change. How the 2022 midterms could be shaped by a few easy-to-ignore elections this year. As the world seeks climate solutions, GOP doubles down on fossil fuels. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Superior Court 1, June 9, Greenfield Daily Reporter. How studying UFOs could lead to new scientific breakthroughs, CU Boulder Today. Mechanochemical peptide bond formation behind the origins of life, phys.org. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Mechanical allodynia in neuropathic pain JPR, Dove Medical Press. Mind Lab Pro Review, Can You Boost 100% Brain Power, Dallas Observer. Laurels, to win von Humboldt Awards, UC Davis. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, June 9, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, June 9, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.